Hello, my name is Marius Ambrazunas, and I'll be introducing one of my patients, John. Hi, John.
Hello.
What we wanted to discuss is actually your experience in our clinic. So first of all, what you could say about your symptoms, your condition, the main reasons why you came in the first place.
Yes, so I am formerly a club DJ. I'm from the USA. I've been living in Warsaw for about 1 year. I met someone from the center around town through a friend, and I mentioned how since I had been a club DJ, I was drinking alcohol almost every day for about 15 years. I'm 35 now. I started when I was around 19 or 20 years old. So I was always involved in the nightlife scene, the party scene, and my primary care physician had told me that she had me get an ultrasound and had found fatty deposits on the liver, and my liver enzymes, the ALT and AST, had come out of range, which can potentially be dangerous. So I have been into health and this kind of stuff on the side, despite drinking a lot. That was kind of my big vice, but I wanted to see what I could do to repair it. And I also have a background with the computer science and this kind of thing, so when they were telling me how you can measure in the system exactly the quantitative levels of the damage of the systems and watch things repair very quickly, actually.
Yeah, so that's probably the main the main reason why you actually get interested with us.
Yep.
Because of the computer science background. And who told you about us?
Gaila.
Oh, so you met Gaila?
I met Gaila first through a friend, okay. And then she explained. She said you need to come and we will show you up to the computer and I will explain things, because at first glance most people aren't familiar with this type of therapies and this type of scans, and I was skeptical at first, but once I came in, I saw everything is very scientific and very empirical.
A lot of data,
yeah, it's very
measurement scans, seeing the progress and how it's going on.
Yep.
Right, so let's go through the procedures you had actually. As you mentioned, we had the scans. We actually looked at what your situation is, and then we actually started to see the progress,
yep.
How you are improving, how you were struggling. Remember that you had those few points where you slipped a bit. And what was the procedures you actually made the biggest impression on you, or what do you think had the best effect on your progress?
Okay, yeah, so I was doing, it was hard to stop the alcohol addiction. I think today is around 85 days, so it's almost to the 3 months, 3 months marker. But a lot of the motivation that came to being able to quit is I could see a direct correlation in the system for, of course my initial scans were very bad in terms of the liver was very inflamed, it was very overloaded. You could see all the markers for liver, everything was coming up on high alert. And that's really cool because you can quantitatively see the status of your different organs, of your different systems in the body.
How they respond
to the treatment, how they're all interacting, and you can really prioritize and target which areas you want to fix. And so I was kind of doing a roller coaster thing at first, where we would make some good progress, and then I would go into a drinking stage, a drinking bender.
You were one of the these patients which really started the hands-on, doing the protocols, the methods, with the celery juice, with the dietary changes, supplements, and everything.
Yep.
And it seems like everything is working okay, and then bam. Why your scans are, so
they could tell when I had been drinking or having bad habits with health, because it would show directly on the scan. Do you want to explain how the scan works?
Well, the scan, what we do, it's we are picking the frequencies and the vibrations of the human body, and we have a database of different conditions, systems, and how different pathogens in the body. And when we collect all the data, we can see how your body is, at what level of health your body is. And to compare to previous scans, we see if it's getting worse or if it's getting better, which system needs to be boosted, which system needs to be let go and focus on the other. Because in human body, there's always something to do. You you fix the liver, then you have to fix the kidneys. You fix the kidneys, you have to work with the lymphatic system, and then the endocrine system. So it's like never ending. That's why when you know where you are, when you know your progress, when you see the changes, it's really you're picking the cherries, you're picking the right spots, and that's where the progress is more measurable, and you could predict how it's going to happen in the future, even though it's not a one tablet solution. It's not a quick. How long does it take for you to actually get through from the beginning to what you are now?
So I started in around October, and now here we are, just starting in July. But things were much better months ago. I started feeling much better, looking much better. We will show a picture, actually, kind of a before and after. The picture on the left of the split screen will be. This is like after a drinking bender, after a drinking episode. You can see my face is inflamed and kind of pale. Just everything looks bad.
And the other picture?
The other picture is after a few months with the center. And it's really kind of a synergistic approach. They're helping you at the center with the scans to boost the different areas of your body that need help and to repair different things. There's also injection for vitamins.
IVs?
Glutathione, IVs. I was doing acupuncture, which is releasing blocked energy flows.
You are hitting the gym.
Going to the gym, doing cardio with martial arts, kickboxing. Dietary changes. I cut out saturated fats and any kind of junk foods and this kind of thing.
And another thing, when we scan you, we could actually tell your mineral and vitamin levels.
Yep.
Well, we could actually pinpoint where exactly you need more of the vitamins or more of the minerals.
Yep.
And, your body reacts.
Yeah, they're able to tell exactly which deficiencies you have and which vitamins and nutrients, and then you can take those to repair.
And that's where we have the progress.
But the whole cool thing is you're really optimizing, and you can see you're getting these victories, just like with progress in the gym. You're seeing yourself get stronger from week to week. This is, you're seeing your whole body, the health optimize, and it just keeps building on itself. And it's really nice to see. And then when I've been back to the doctor, the liver enzymes are in perfect range. All my systems are in.
You did all these tests,
Yeah, I redid the tests after just a few weeks ago, and everything is in perfect range now. So I probably added possibly decades to my life.
So that leads to another question. What do you think about prevention and prophylactics from this standpoint?
Yeah, so one of the big issues is that not enough healthy people are being tested. So a lot of things that are going on beneath the surface, whether it be with fungus or viruses or bacteria or parasites, these things necessarily don't manifest themselves in extreme ways on the surface, but there's all these things that are compromising your health below the surface that are going to lead to taking your energy, to making you have aches and pains.
Taking your nutrients.
Treating
the symptoms with the waste products.
Yeah. So prevention is the best approach, and the scan will give you the objective, scientific, empirical report so that you can see, okay, here are the areas that are deficient or that need improvement. Whereas if you go into a regular doctor, they're just going to ask you if you're having any symptoms.
Usually the regular doctor is 5 to 10 minutes initial appointment. They just ask what's your problem, and usually try to give just one-way solution.
Medication.
Yeah. In this clinic, what we're trying to do, we're trying to get holistic approach, and with the assistance of monitoring the data, monitoring the scans, we could actually pinpoint what we need to do overall. Mm-hmm. And that's where our results in the long term shows much better results, rather than just treat one symptom, one tablet, and you can spend time and money just going around and around the hospitals and clinics, and at the end you just know that you have a lot of problems, but the solution
you don't know why
is somewhere around the corner, somewhere outside. And that's usually the problem, because in here we test it, we scan it, we know what's going on, and at the same time the correction of the systems happens.
Yep. We do a take there. So I will say.
There's another thing, and so we'll look to the camera. One of the questions I would also like to ask is, when do you think the transition happened in your course of treatment? When do you notice the biggest boost? Was it any aha moment where you noticed that you start feeling that, okay, these things are working?
Yeah, once you kind of, there's like a tipping point that happens where you're looking much better, you're feeling much better, I'm thinking more clearly, I'm getting a lot more work done.
And the friends started talking about what's happened to you?
Yeah, the friends and family are noticing, oh, there's this big change. I'm more productive in my business than I have ever been before. Just all areas of life are moving like this, and it kind of hits this tipping point where you want to keep snowballing and pushing in that direction, because it almost becomes, since you're doing this is like for your own body and for your own well-being, you want to keep it going and see how far you can take it. And for me, I'm an optimizer, so I want to see, okay, any of these problems, because it was 15 years of damage, I've now started the repair work, but I want to see like which areas can I still optimize, which areas can I make me feel better. And I don't want to go back to that place where I'm feeling sick all the time, where I'm feeling tired all the time, where I'm mentally slow and
you cannot do your business as well.
Can't do the business, can't have anxiety, like all these different problems.
But then actually what it leads, when you see the progress, when you see the results, you actually want to share this progress or changes with your friends and family.
Yeah.
So what do you think about, you've been recommending to someone?
Yeah, I've been telling everyone I know, as long as they have an open mind, because people are skeptical at first. They think, oh, when I have an issue, I go to the doctor, or I think I feel okay. But you can throw statistics out there that most people have a sluggish liver, or most people are in need of detox through their body, because we constantly have an assault from our food, pollution. In Warsaw, we have the smog, we have things in the water, things in the air, and it's a never-ending battle. But most people just kind of let all these things reign free in their body, and when you have different systems that are compromised, first of all, you're not aware of it, and second of all, your body is trying to put out the fires and it's neglecting all the other areas. So that's causing a whole cascade of other problems.
And the body can actually do that to the point when you still have energy, when we're still young. And when you hit the point where you don't have enough energy, you spend all that energy in work or in the club, and you wasted your ability to compromise and ability to actually fix and restore systems in the body. That's where the diseases happen. That's where the conditions become more acute, and that's where you start looking for help.
Yeah, and the sad thing is at that point, a lot of times it can be too late. Like once someone is diagnosed with a major degenerative disease, such as cancer, heart disease, something like this, then they're kind of in like damage control mode, where it's rushing to, the whole house is on fire and you're throwing buckets of water at it now. Whereas you can keep everything nice and good, and
the routine maintenance.
The preventative approach is by far much more preferred, because these things you don't just get like these major problems overnight. They are many years in the making. It's from years of abuse on different systems. It's from years of compromised health that most people aren't even aware is happening. So this scan gives you the full picture of what's going on. It allows you to prioritize and target and attack the top priorities and kind of restore order and make your body as robust as possible, so that if and when any conditions come, it can fight it with the best of its ability.
Well, John is one of our best examples how from really difficult conditions, from addictions, we can actually pull out and get the results. We have a lot of patients as well, not as bad as John, but still people who are determined to get results always get the results. And we see day and again from liver issues, autoimmune issues, chronic disease, not even mentioning more difficult cases, all these happening. It takes time, but the results are happening where there's dedication, where there's a process, and when there's consistency. And that's what I see. Well, I guess we covered everything, so thank you for the
thank you very much.
your story.
Yeah, the last thing I'll add is it's really cool to be doing all the things in synchrony, to be doing the scan therapies, to be doing, there's different wave fields where you're laying in the bed. There's a whole bunch of different things with the vitamin IVs. Yeah, but all these different things are attacking things from different angles. When you're doing the acupuncture to release energy flows, and all these things together, along with the healthy habits that you can do with your food and exercise, they're all working together synergistically to bring you up and become supernatural.
Become supernatural.
That's the title of a new book I just purchased. But the goal is just to keep looking better, feeling better, staying younger, staying healthy for as long as possible. The doctors told me that if I kept drinking the way that I was drinking, that I would have serious health problems in 5 years. So, like I said, I'm 35, almost 36. By 40, I could be in, serious conditions. I have relatives that have died in their late 30s from alcohol problems. And so now I'm potentially added, 40, 50, maybe even more years to my life.
That's right. So it was your wake-up call.
Yeah. So thank you.
Anyway, thanks.
Okay.
Take care.
Thank you.